I think I would say it is a corporate culture that is unique and visionary. So I'd say that the company is more about its culture, or as much about its culture as it is about its product. And that's something that's very admirable and rare, I think. So if I filter through all that, I'd probably say rare and admirable and truly unique. I think the thing about the product, since I've been familiar with it since almost its inception, is that it's one of those products that began in what one might consider a niche of the market, but it truly became a transformational product in that it addressed a problem that I think a lot of customers didn't fully understand. And they didn't understand the magnitude of the problem, let alone what a solution could be. And I think Tim and Frank Zanzala and the early people pioneered that whole concept of how to improve fleet operations efficiency, how to improve the environmental waste of tire carcasses, and how to improve the safety on the highways. And I think for a product that at first glance isn't highly technical, but became more technical, it really was a visionary sort of classic American story of how you conceive of something and then educate your customers in the market about the need they have that they don't understand. And then I think from the company's standpoint, I think the thing that I admire is as the company has grown and as it's recruited high talent people from in the industry, like you, it has also maintained that culture of a very, very small, employee-centric, technology-driven company, which is so hard to do when you have the sort of meteoric growth that Pressure Systems International has had. Well, I think that it was interesting when Tim and I first talked about how to partner PSI and Meritor. Meritor had nominally 70% of the trailer axle business in North America. I have no idea where it is today because I've been retired so long. But I think what I've seen that's very fascinating to me is, I think early on Tim thought there would be a great benefit of pairing the two because Meritor had the brand identity, the path to market, and so on. But the thing I've admired is from very early on, Tim and Frank and the rest of the PSI team really shouldered most of the load for driving the end user's appetite for that product. And I really think that anytime you're trying to get a market to understand and accept a new product, it takes time, particularly in this market because the fleets are so cost conscious. There are all the safety concerns with it, and it's a long, hard pull early on. But to now think, these years later, that they've manufactured and shipped their 1 millionth system is almost unfathomable to me. I mean, when you think back of where it started, it's just a phenomenal success story. And I credit the PSI team for most of that. I think Meritor might have given the company some legitimacy very early on, but all that heavy lifting since then has been the PSI team focusing on the product, establishing their credibility with those customers and those relationships that are so important. And so for the whole PSI team, it is just a remarkable success story in my mind.